Red, blue, green, orange? Lightsabers come in many colors, some rarer than others. But what do the orange sabers in Ahsoka actually mean? Lightsaber colors have grown in complexity as the Star Wars canon evolved. In the original trilogy, it was pretty much accepted that blue and green lightsabers were used by the noble Jedi, while red lightsabers were preferred by the evil Sith. More colors have been added over the years, however, to lend greater mythology around the use of this iconic weapon. And now, Ahsoka will introduce many viewers to the orange lightsaber.
An elegant weapon for a more civilized age.
The Ahsoka trailer has already shown Baylan Skoll and Shin Hati wielding orange lightsabers. These characters act as minor antagonists in the series, so their usage of orange lightsabers makes a lot of sense. This is not quite the blood red shading used by Sith, but it does signify how Baylan and Shin operate within a gray area of the Force. Baylan is a former Jedi who survived Order 66 and became a mercenary, with Shin acting as his apprentice. Both of them likely have experience navigating between the dark and light sides of the Force, which is why their lightsabers don't entirely fall into either camp. But while the orange lightsaber makes its live-action debut in Ahsoka, it already boasts a rich history in Star Wars lore, even if it hasn't always been canonical. Gamers might have first-hand experience using orange lightsabers if they played Jedi Fallen Order. The orange lightsaber was a pre-order bonus offered by Respawn Entertainment, which means protagonist Cal Kestis is technically counted among the Jedi who have held one before. However, seeing how this is mostly an aesthetic choice as opposed to a reflection of Cal's character, it's hard to count him as the first canonical orange lightsaber user. To find others, one must look toward the Legends side of Star Wars. This is the expanded universe that sprung forth after George Lucas's first 6 Star Wars movies, which served to explore the history of the galaxy even further. The pre-Disney EU has since been deemed non-canonical, but it could offer hints into the true nature of Baylan Skoll and Shin Hati. Within Legends, orange lightsabers are most often used by gray Jedi. They are not fully members of the Jedi Order, utilizing both the light and dark sides of the Force.
We are no Jedi.
In these instances, orange lightsabers represent their middle ground, with orange being a cross between red lightsabers used by the Sith and yellow sabers used by guards of the Jedi Temple. It's also worth noting that the video game Knights of the Old Republic 2 suggests that Darth Revan may have used an orange lightsaber after his redemption, and that's a character with more than a little experience walking the line between light and dark. That said, several full-fledged members of the Jedi Order used orange lightsabers too. For instance, Yaddle wielded an orange blade in Legends before it was replaced with a standard green blade for Tales of the Jedi. Additionally, Plo Koon used an orange lightsaber in Legends, although he's been depicted using different colors in various other media. It's fair to assume that, for more casual viewers, Ahsoka represents a proper introduction of orange lightsabers into Star Wars canon, opening the doors for exciting new possibilities. Sadly, it's not entirely clear whether someone will actually use the words Grey Jedi in any capacity in Ahsoka. While some aspects of the Legends stories have become canon, such as the use of force projection, it's ultimately up to the folks at Lucasfilm to decide which elements to incorporate in terms of orange lightsabers entering the live-action fold. This could either be something familiar to those who know about the extended universe or something new entirely. No matter what happens, Baylan Skoll and Shin Hati look like powerful foes for Ahsoka Tano and her comrades to contend with. What these orange lightsabers mean for the future of the Star Wars canon, however, remains to be seen.